And we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, wizard, warrior, wanderer, wayfarer, and wild Cadillac. I hope you are doing well wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. I am your host for the hour, Fritter Francis Lunas Aristeas of the OTA. Thank you for tuning in. Looks like I've got one person tuning in. I think that's myself double checking the channel. So let me see here if I can find the copy of The Alchemist that I want. I don't see it. It's not immediately apparent. Or a child or a sibling. It's just not there. They don't list mine either, which is kind of a bummer. All right, here's the one I want. It's on mental exercise. So let's check it out. No, it's not the one I want. It's got the same picture, but it's just a bunch of horse shit. Let's see if this is any better. Yeah, this one's better. But it's coming through my headphone, so I don't know if I can share it with you guys or not. This is going to be, I'm deeming this the Y-Files after party, right? So if you were on the Y-Files and you watched the Genetic Arms race, let's talk about in the comment section or the live chat. That's what I'd like to see. The time is now, guys. We lost transmission. Not very, not very good transmission there. Huh? That's okay. The signal strength dropped, of course, as it always does. Not sure what's going on with that. I got fine signal strength. I've reworked all of the internet in my house, so it should be perfectly good. I think it's just the VPN that throttles it a little bit. Maybe it's StreamYard, maybe it's YouTube. Who knows? Who knows? You can't worry about it. Just roll with the punches. Right. If this is going to turn into a grand party, then welcome, guys. I would like you to take the opportunity to join me on Discord as well. We can chat more there behind the scenes. Good to see you out there in Happy Land, everyone. Hey, someone showed up. Not sure who it is. Let's have a look. It is I. And they say, hi, Frank. Good. Welcome to the channel, I. Good to see you. I just got finished watching Hecklefish hosting the Y-Files with his sidekick, AJ. So that was a lot of fun. And I thought we could do a little after party, see if some people show up. If you guys want to have some fun here with Frank Monday, you know, keep in mind, your wish is my command. Abracadabra. So mote it be. I always like to keep an open idea, a good foot forward for paranormal encounters. So if anyone has a paranormal encounter they want to talk about, please leave it in the comment section. I'd love to hear about it. I love paranormal encounters. I've had a few myself. Yeah, like I was saying, I've had a few paranormal encounters myself, and I'd be more than happy to share them with you. Um, says, hi, Frank. Where is your Discord server? The Y-Files is a very good channel. Yeah, Y-Files is a lot of fun. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think it's probably my favorite. Um, it's probably my favorite show on YouTube at this time. I learned about it on YouTube, in fact. Um, the Discord, I don't even know how to get the Discord. Let me check my page here. So I don't exactly know how to check it, but if you, let's see if I can share this whole screen. Share screen, it says select a window, entire screen. All right. So I'm not sure how good this will work, but let's go ahead and check it out. So add it to stage. Um, there we go. Yeah. So if you go over to YouTube and you click on the Frank Monday channel, like if you go to it, and you, for you just have to look up Frank Monday and check the channel. But if you click on it that way, and then you go, my incense is falling off. Hold on a second, guys. I'm burning some incense here. So if you go to the community section, I think that's where you'll find it. No, that's not correct. Go to the about section. There it goes. So you got to click on this part that says the about section. Consider a one-time donation. And then you scroll down to the bottom and it's got links. So there are 3 links here. The Frank Monday Coffee Fund, which I certainly appreciate, and then the Lunar Light Entertainment Discord. Patreon I don't actually ever use because I've never gotten a single patron. If you click on that, I don't know if it works or not, but it says that it should. I've double checked it a couple times. Yeah, so it opens Discord, and you get an invitation from Free Gift from God. He's actually the one that started the Discord channel. So click on that, and that'll get you there. So yeah, good to see. It works. All links are active. Oh, I wanted to show you something funny that happened on YouTube. I clicked on one like Japanese photo shoot with a bunch of hot, sexy Japanese girls, and I clicked and subbed on one. And the next thing that happened in my feed was all TikTok style pornography from YouTube. So now, like, this is the primary thing they're offering me. I don't know if that's the one I even clicked on, but then we've got this one. And so I didn't know all this content was on YouTube. I've never really gone down the softcore porn scene on YouTube, but there's quite a bit. And be aware, guys, if you click on one, then it's going to give you hundreds of recommendations in your feed. So I guess that's a heavy hitter here on YouTube. You can see the kind of stuff that I normally watch, right? Like these are all recommendations from things that I'm probably subbed to. But here we go. Bam. Now it's just showing up everywhere. Wow. I didn't even know. Um, how funny. Yeah. So they definitely they're not shy about offering you that kind of content. And I was a little bit shocked when I looked at some of the things they were showing me because it looked like prepubescent girls in some of it. I was like, damn, YouTube's not only now spamming me with softcore porn, but they're showing me are those called MEPs? Minor attracted people, MAPs. Let's see what's going on here in the ideas room. Um, how do you pronounce your YouTube handle? Is it just one I? What do I call you? Wayfarer. It says Midnight Broadcasts and Maverick Files have good videos too. You'd probably like them. Do you ever post on TikTok? No, I don't ever post on TikTok. Yeah, that's a banned word. I don't know your name, so I don't know how to address you. But out there in the ideas room, that you can't say that word. Yeah. Okay, I. Welcome to the channel, I. Good to see you. I goes on to say there's an extension that removes clickbait. YouTube even have artistic nudity. Okay, fascinating. Yeah, stuff I didn't know. Um, well, it came up in my. I don't do TikTok, but I do shorts here on YouTube, and so a really sexy one came up in my shorts, and so I clicked on it and I clicked sub, And then the next thing I know, my feed was inundated. It's like I'm subbed to, I don't know, hundreds of channels. And I made that one click, and then the next thing they know is that the next thing I know is they think I'm a big pervo, and that's all I want. I mean, like, check it out. This is my YouTube feed now. And so all the suggestion boxes has turned into, well, not that one, but pretty much all the suggestion boxes has turned into scamply cad gals doing softcore porn on the internet. And I was like, oh my God, I clicked on one. Now everything in my feed, I've destroyed my YouTube account. Oh no. How funny is that, right? Terrible. But, you know, what can you do? You just roll with the punches. I'm not going to overthink it. Maybe I'll have to unsub that channel I subbed. We're in the throes of the 100-day challenge, Way of the Scholar Warrior. If you've been keeping up with the channel, it's one of the things I like to do here are the 100-day challenges. Let me get into that comment box and see if anybody's here for the after party of the genetic arms race. Did you watch that episode? What'd you think of that? I'll give you my opinions, but I'd like to hear from you guys. Either put it down in the comments if you're listening to this video later, or let me know in the live chat right now. What do you think about the latest Y-Files video? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Did you guys watch it live? Were you chatting in the live chat? The Y-Files is definitely one of my favorites.
This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Audible.
See if you can hear that. I'm on my day off. I'm doing laundry.
The sun finally sets. You step out of the abandoned warehouse, keeping to the shadows. You can't be seen. You're what's called an
Mother's Day,
imperfect.
you guys. Happy Mother's Day.
Your parents conceived you the old-fashioned way, without genetic enhancements and without legal permission. They meant well, but your fate was sealed before you were.
Maybe that's why this latest Y-Files, no spoilers, right? But maybe that's why this latest Y-Files was so centered around childbirth. Because it's Mother's Day. Or maybe that's why he released it on Mother's Day. Because it's about genetic engineering. Again, no spoilers.
Born. You were 9 years old when the tracers found them. The last time you saw your parents, Dad was shoving you down a hatch, whispering for you to run. Before you had time to respond, he closed the hatch and covered it with the carpet. When you heard your mother's muffled screams, you took off down the tunnel. That was 17.
How's the audio on that? Can you hear that okay? Yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't. Again, AJ and Hecklefish, so much fun. They were doing like Thursday night live streams or something. They were doing live streams someday throughout the week, but they stopped doing. I don't know if they're still doing them or not, but I thought those were a lot of fun. Live streams with AJ. He's really got a great setup there. Multiple cameras, multiple connections. I don't know how you wire all that stuff up, man. I think it maybe maybe being based in the US can help with that kind of thing, because if you guys don't know, I live in Twilight Zone Old Peking here in the Central Kingdom of the Celestial Dragon. So it makes things a little bit difficult for me, like internet wise, and like connecting with local American internet, because I'm working over again in China.
Years ago, you still cling to the hope that they're alive in a prison somewhere, but deep down, you know the truth. Your growling stomach snaps you out of the daydream. Imperfect or not, you still have to eat. And the factory district has plenty of off-the-books work. Sure, they pay you barely enough to survive, but they don't want to visit from the tracers any more than you do. It takes a long time to get to work. You have to stay far away from the patrols. Tracers.
Okay, so the basic premise of the Y-Files this evening was Um, Everything was based on like a hypothetical future scenario about what happens to the human race when interacting with AI controlled. Again, I don't want to give any spoilers, but yeah. So basically, it's like if AI based humanity took over the planet, and again, they started to use something called tracers, which were genetically engineered super soldiers to hunt down anyone who was a normal born human being. Not not really so far fetched of a tale, huh?
Can smell sweat and even hear a heartbeat half a mile away. Your heart murmur is a dead giveaway of imperfection. You hold back a sniffle as a tear rolls down your cheek and wonder how the world came to this. Then you remember something your mother said a long, long time ago. CRISPR. CRISPR changed everything.
Yeah, so kind of a different show for AJ, really. Uh, Based entirely in the realm of speculation and hypothetical scenario. Not something I think he's really done. He usually kind of combines different aspects of a story and then gives like his overall commentary on it, like his thesis, his central claim, and shows how, in doing the research, that oftentimes his opinion of a thing will change, which is great. I like that kind of real time exploration of an idea. Of course, it's not. I mean, it's done in retrospect. It's a well made, well polished video. But I really like the way he does his presentations. And I'm sure all of you do. I mean, how many. Let me see if it's not even showing up. My basic feed is inundated with Jap, young Japanese girls spreading their legs now, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I am interested. I definitely have nothing against uh, those girls dancing for me on the internet, but I never had it infiltrate YouTube before, so that's kind of a new thing for me. Um, I guess I should have not. I took the bait, right? The forbidden fruit, and now it's everywhere. Nothing can be done about it. Let's see here. So I wanted to check AJ's channel, the Y Files. So if
This
you go,
episode of the Y Files is brought to you by Audible.
I'm not going to bring it up all on my stream though. I'm just going to check out the details. I guess I could look through the details with you guys too, if you're still out there in Happy Land. Um, if it's your first time, don't let it be your last time. Wizard, warrior, wanderer, wayfarer, and wildcat alike. Welcome to the Frank Monday channel, uh, where we get into the thick of it here. So the Y Files is for people who are fascinated and obsessed with mysteries. I'm fully subbed. You can see that the plushy promo there. I just wanted to check his sub base. He's got 3.67 million subs. So that is, let's check out his about section too. Oh, he's in Las Vegas. Interesting. The Y Files, people fascinated, blah, blah, blah. Vegas, babe. Vegas, baby, Vegas. That's pretty cool. He's got a Patreon and a Y Files channel, like a whole thing. Yeah, and definitely he's got a cool Discord. I've been in his Discord a few times, but I honestly don't spend much time in Discord. But I do check my own Discord, but there's very few people in there, so makes it easier to check. A Discord like his, where there are literally hundreds of thousands of people constantly in there, is a little bit challenging of a prospect. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. If you are a mother, happy Mother's Day to you. If you came from a mother, which is a guarantee, then happy Mother's Day to your mother, right? There's no other way to get into the world except for through your mother and natural science. They've been trying to figure out ways to create life from inert matter, but it never happened and it never will happen because there has to be intelligent design behind it. And if it ever did happen, it would happen. If it ever did happen at any given point, like the Big Bang Theory postulates, then it would have to continue happening. It couldn't just be one-off random incident. It would have to recreate itself. It would have to be provable in the laboratory, so to speak, which it's not. So they debunk themselves when they put out these theories, right? Like the Big Bang and evolution and all of that. Um, Monkeys turning into men. None of it holds up in the laboratory, and it never will. That's the thing. And AI too. AI, like this whole AI craze about maybe it's going to take over, maybe it's going to wipe out humanity. No, that's not what's going to do it. There might be cadres of elite individuals in the higher echelons of society that orchestrate that to happen, but it's not going to be the AI making a decision to do that. It's going to be our corporate overlords, the oligarchs, their pawns in political positions that would instrument that. So, to you got to place blame where blame belongs, right, and not try to. Well, and that's the whole thing is they're supporting this idea that AI would be able to become sentient and that the AI would do it. It's like, no, it wouldn't be the AI, man. It would be you guys telling the AI to do that or telling these automated systems, right? So lots of different stuff there. And 90% of it's bullshit. 90% of it's hype. Don't believe the hype. Like I was watching Static in the Attic recently, and he was giving his take on the geomagnetic storm or solar flares that are going on right now. And he's like, oh, it's the end of the fucking world. If we lose our power grids and lose our cars, it's the end of the world. And I'm like, no, it's not, man. 90% of the people would die. And I'm like, no, they wouldn't, man. People would just organize along labor bases and survive. This thing, for what we know in modern parlance, we've only had these things for about 100 years. And just because we've become reliant on them doesn't mean that we wouldn't figure out a way to work around it if we lost it all. If there's a big solar flare and all the electronics were taken out, we'd still find a fucking workaround, and maybe 20% of people would die due to various reasons and hardships in overcoming the new learning curve. I'm not big on the doomsday ticket, guys. Like, I'm not trying to sell you prepping products. So, constantly keeping you in a state of anxiety over an impending Armageddon is not my shtick. And I don't think um, I don't think it's a reality. So, as kind of a foundation, I mean, in what I kind of tend to lean towards in belief, which I'm not committing ultimately to anything, right? I take George Washington's position in that regard. Well, okay, so how to define myself for those of you who are new to the channel. First and foremost, I'm an American patriot living abroad, and my foundational understanding is all the teachings of the forefathers of the United States. So I rely on guys like Washington and Jefferson and Franklin, Adams, these kinds of guys for developing my understanding of the world and what's the best application for getting at it. Like like Jefferson, I've sworn on the altar of God eternal antagonization against any type of tyranny over the mind of man. And doomsdaying and apocalypse prediction is a form of tyranny over the mind of man. So I must directly oppose that style of thinking. You know, there may or may not be some grand disaster in the future, but everybody faces it But when it comes to committing 100% to any given belief structure, uh, George Washington said, and I quote, um, it would be a matter of, did he say wisdom, or it would be a matter of what? Anyway, the meat of the thing is to defer from making your ultimate decision if there is further data to be gained. And so you can't make an ultimate decision ever on anything, really, right? And if you don't have to make a decision, don't make one. I think that's Wilson's law. But the ultimate decision of like 100% commitment to a certain worldview or paradigm is really never, it's always up in the air. You're always gathering data as long as there's life, as long as you're alive, you're always gathering data. So you need to kind of keep that critical thinking and analytical factor in balance with your faith and knowing factor, and not worry about it too much, because there's a lot of horse shit out there, a lot of hearsay, and your own hearsay and your own evaluation is just as good as anyone else's. And everything becomes so mired in human opinion that it's really hard to see which way is up sometimes. And so as a result, you just don't worry about it, you know. But I was bringing that into bear because some might argue that the grand apocalypse. Look, the first thing YouTube shows me now, I just refreshed my screen. It's game over for my YouTube guys. It's just become a platform for AI porn now. And you could see how AI everything is now. Like, there aren't any creators really, like soft porn creator girls out there that aren't utilizing the free facial and body trimming of photo, like real-time photoshopping. Like, let's call it what it is. It's not even AI, it's just real-time photoshopping. It's like they're applying filters and lenses and ratio changes, and that's all it really is. To call that AI is a little bit, it's hyperbole. You know, it is what it is. It's hyperbole, and it's deceitful. Like, honestly, in the past couple of months, other than my, like, this is the real thing. Look at me, right? I mean, good God, you know, look at Frank Monday. This is not in any way Photoshop enhanced. Now, YouTube might later on, they might apply filters to it and be like, Frank Monday, you motherfucking, we ain't gonna let you be seen. And maybe in the future, like, your phone will just do it. Like, you won't be able to view anything that's not Photoshop enhanced. Okay, so let me see how many now have, from clicking on one random Japanese TikTok on the shorts section of YouTube. Oh, well, subbing it, not just clicking on it, but subbing it. Now, the first one is more advertising for that in the shorts. 2 out of 4 shorts advertising that. The next one is another hot young girl. The next one, the next one. So let me count them up. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the next shorts feed is 4 of them are all girls. And then this girl's got her panties right in my face. This girl's spreading her legs right in my face. 7, 8. What did I get up to? About 12, 13. And then finally, my other content that I used to watch, or that I still watch, that I sub to, starts to come in, and then it gets interlaced. So I guess maybe it'll be temporary. Maybe they just think I'm in a mood to choke the chicken or spank the monkey. And so they're going to make sure that I got plenty of options up front. Let me see if it holds true into my subcategory. So I click on my subs, and all the shorts are young girls now, instead of like guns and prepper foods and stuff like that. And then the rest of the videos are just my subs. So that's good. It's just in their recommended channel. Let me refresh the recommended channel again. Okay, some of it's returning to normalcy. The second image is another AI generated girl, but the first image is an MRE review, which is more in line with what I would normally watch. And then 1 out of 4 on the shorts tab is dancing girls. And then the next set of videos, there's about one every 5th video. So I think that timing probably goes into how they allocate the algorithm. So ancient anatomical knowledge. Hey, I haven't watched this guy in a while, man. I haven't seen him come up in forever. Did you guys ever watch this guy?
As you are, guys, welcome back to Flat Earth British. Just a second. It's Flat Day, guys. It's Flat Day. Be excited. Be very excited. Don't contain your excitement.
Couple of flat thumbs for you.
Yeah, something absolutely fantastic.
Right?
I'm here.
Flat Earth British.
I'm back.
A lot of fun. I used to watch a lot of his live
streams. I've got an exciting show lined up for you. It's going to be a load of mind-blowing stuff, juicy stuff. I'm sure you're all going to have a wonderful time. The idea is to sit back, relax, and let me take over the driving for an hour or two of your consciousness.
All right, guys. So I just wanted to tune in and see if anybody wanted to do a little Y-Files after party. It doesn't look like anybody does. So I'm going to sign off for now. And I'll remind you to check me out on www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. That's where you can put a little something in the tip jar, keep the lead in my pencil, the pep in my step. That's where you can make it happen for me, right? And for yourself, too, right? There's lots of additional premium content over there that you can check out. I love y'all good-looking sexy people. Stay well out in Happy Land. If there were people in the ideas room, I'd stick around and do a little more commentary and talk a little more about the Y-Files. If you haven't seen the video yet, definitely check it out. Leave a comment on my video. Like and subscribe, all of that happy horse shit. If it was your first time, don't let it be your last time. Remember, Frank Monday out here in Twilight Zone Old Peking, broadcasting from the central kingdom of the Celestial Dragon, working hard to keep in touch with all of you guys out there in Happy Land. And until next time, bye for now. Ad Astra per Aspera. Keep doing good magic, guys.